Our 2015 spring football coverage continues on LibertyFlames.com, joined by all-conference defensive end Chima Uzowihe. And Chima, I know you guys have been working out since the end of last season, but away from football, what are some things you've been able to do in the classroom and kind of get away from football for a little bit?
As far as the classroom goes, it's been tough this year. I'm taking a lot of classes. Being a biomed major, it's kind of tough. I don't really have time to do a lot more. Hang out with friends, hang out with my roommates a lot, DJ and PD. Those are two people I see the most.
But as you look at football and how it's been, for years now, it's a year-round type of commitment. So as far as the workouts and the weights and the sprints and all that stuff you do, away from football, off the field, do you enjoy the process of building the body back up for a new season?
Oh, definitely. One thing that I focus on a lot is getting our younger guys to buy in more, talking to them off the field, seeing where their mind is, trying to get them to look at it how we look at it, and try to get them to realize that this is serious and we got to get going. It's your turn. It's your turn to step up.
A lot of football you've played in your entire career, Chima. You're finally a senior. Does it feel like you're finally at the top of the totem pole?
Not until recently. Coach Rumble always messed with me about certain things, and one day he said something that just hit me, and I was just like, dang, this is the last go-around, and this is really coming to an end.
Some of the other seniors that have come through the program, well, what have they impressed upon younger players? Like you said, you're trying to do now with the younger guys about committing more to what the team needs. So what are some of the older guys that you've played under try to tell you about their final year?
Just enjoy it, treat it as if, every game's your last. Just go out there and play how you're supposed to play, and don't worry about it being your last game. Just go out there and do your best.
Chima, we were talking with Coach Gill earlier this week about the coaches' stations that you guys go through, and leaving work a couple of times, I've been able to see how rowdy the guys get on the field and the competition that goes on, whether it be tug of war or, moving weights, doing shuttle runs, that type of thing. What about those stations do you enjoy?
I enjoy the competition the most, being able to go against my teammates and see who's the fastest, see who has the most heart, see who's mentally tough. I think that's the biggest thing.
Of those stations, give me an idea of what they are, how many of them are there, and what types of competitions you guys go through.
Usually there are about 7 stations. Almost each coach has a station. Usually they're all typically very different as far as what you're doing. And as far as competitions go, I would say we do a lot of stuff. You mentioned tug of war. We had tire pulls at one point. Mm-hmm. We do the harness pull. We have some things where you have to run around some cones and do different things. But as far as that goes, it's crazy. It's exciting though.
Is it comparable? You weigh, let's say 250 or whatever. Is it comparable body sizes going against each other? Does it matter who's out there doing the competitions?
Some people would say no, but I definitely have to say yes, because it's I've seen some where it's like O lineman going against a D lineman. I mean, they're 320 pounds, and our D line, most of us aren't that big. I think there's a big difference in some things, but it definitely comes down to heart and end.
Chima, we've talked about the process of building the body up and developing players, and you look at, it's not fall camp yet, but have you already started thinking about, hey, we need to have a strong season coming up this fall? Is it too early to start thinking about that yet?
No, it's never too early to start thinking about that. I think the earlier you start, the better you are. As far as D-line goes, we're already talking. We know we got to be the best group on the field, and we're trying to embed that mentality into everybody now to make sure that they know when we go out, we're dominating.
Still thinking about that block field goal at Coastal a lot?
Oh, yeah. I don't think about it too much, but recently I've been having a lot of people, because they don't know my face, but I tell them my name, and they just go crazy.
Tell you what, I was at Coastal last week for the men's and women's basketball tournament, was on the field. They're getting a new turf down there, but the LU echoes, I could still hear them on that field. So anybody watching right now, the LU stamp is definitely on that field, despite the turf being ripped up there at Coastal. So some defections from the D-line from a year ago. You look at Toby and Dom, but look, the cupboard's still full from a D-line perspective. So what are you looking forward to as far as this season and seeing who can step up and fill some voids?
I'm looking at what they'll bring. We got some young guys who have some talent. They're strong, they're fast. Just factoring technique, and I think we will have our D-line this year will be better than last year, And I think overall, it's going to be exciting to watch. It's going to be exciting to see how the young guys step up.
It always helps to have Coach Singletary there with you, guiding you along, right?
Yeah, definitely. He's a character, but he's definitely good at what he does.
Taped his fingers up yet?
Not yet.
Spatted the shoes?
Not yet.
That's coming, though. All right, Chima, appreciate the time. Catch up with you here in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
That's senior defensive end Chima Uzowihe. I'm Alan York for Liberty Flame Sports Network.